It's the Fabulous Friday Call with Michelle Cunningham. Hey guys. Okay, I'm so excited to be here because on the Fabulous Friday Call, we talk about fabulous things, and I'm excited to have you on. So, here's what I'm going to be doing on this call today. I'm going to just be answering any random business questions that you have, and I'll give my quick backstory because if you just got here and you're like, I don't know who you are, and like, why would I ask you any questions? I'll fill you in on that. I also have a really heavy heart. I live in North Carolina, and I am about 3 hours from the total devastation, and so it's amazing what my neighborhood is doing and our local community is doing and makes my heart so happy. But I just want to let you know that I'm taking any of the sales that we get from our products over the next few days and we are donating that to the hurricane. And so if you want to make a purchase, it's tax deductible for you. If you own a business, you can buy any of my products. And we are donating to the hurricane cause. So I'll put some of the products on the screen and we're going to go buy stuff. We're donating to Samaritan's Purse. They're going to bring trucks down there. My neighbor's going there next week. She's going to be like in the field. I can't do it on Tuesday, but I'm going to be at my beach retreat. But it's crazy. It's like so sad. Every time you go on Facebook, it's just like my neighbor's like leaving with the U-Haul truck, or these people are leaving with this. Like so many amazing people. So those stories are so crazy. So anyway, so if it's your first time watching, I'm Michelle Cunningham. I've been a digital course creator for the past since 2019. 2019, I didn't really know anything about creating and launching digital courses, but I figured it out and I got really good at it. Prior to that, I was a network marketer. And prior to that, I was just a shy girl from humble beginnings who never thought I'd amount to anything because I really grew up really poor. And my big goal as a young kid was to be able to afford Pantene shampoo. And so when I finally had some success in network marketing, that led to me starting a YouTube channel. That YouTube channel started to help people. Then I got calls from a CEO and he was like, you should come speak for our company. I did. He asked me to bring my training program. I didn't have one. I made one. I brought it. I sold it. I came home with extras, decided to sell it online. And that simple idea that I could sell my knowledge online is what literally changed my life forever. And so that business has gone on to did $1 million in revenue in the first year and has gone on every year to just grow and grow and grow. We're having our best year ever. And I'm just grateful every day. I'm so grateful for this life and grateful for the ability to have extra funds to be able to give back and help other people. Like I don't make money to just be fancy. Although I did just get a new car, which I was like kind of poor timing. There's like this massive hurricane and my brand new car pulls up in my driveway and I'm like, okay, Michelle, it's like maybe now it's important right now. But anyway, I'm very excited to help with the hurricane and they need baby bottles and formula and diapers and chainsaws. And I mean, just everything you can imagine. So if you buy any of my products from now until the weekend, I'll put links up and show you some of the different things that I have, but I've got lots of digital courses. The one that I'm thinking of, 5minutevideos.com. So if you purchase there, I'm going to be using that money and we're going to be buying stuff and donating to Samaritan's Purse and filling up their trucks that they're taking in. So anyway, so crazy. So I love you guys so much. It's so good to be here. So I'm going to be on for 27 minutes because I got to be somewhere at 1:30. So, okay, cool. I'm glad that you're watching over on YouTube. A lot of people watching on YouTube. So here we go. So Lisa Zaro said, and she's a wedding business coach. Cool. And in my 90-day elite program, it's a year-long coaching program, but I teach you everything you need to know in 90 days. That program is where I teach coaches, business coaches, life coaches, doctors, lawyers, realtors, anybody who owns a business that wants to get their knowledge out there. I show you how to do it. So, okay, my thoughts on launching your offers. Do you do 1 day, 30 to 60 minute launches or multi-day? So there's a lot of strategy when I do a launch. And so depends, right? So my last launch, I did a 5-day launch. Usually on day one, you have the most people viewing and then it teeters off each day. And so by the last day, you don't have as many people viewing. Usually about 1/3 of those who register actually show up to the live event, but many catch the replay. So a 1 day could work, right? I've never done a 1 day launch and I think you're talking about like doing like a live boot camp. Like when I do a launch, it's like a month long of like open it up that, there's 2 weeks before the launch. So I think you're just talking about like when you're actually hosting it, right? So we have our launch period and then like our promo period, and then we actually launch it, right? When that's like a boot camp. So I typically do a 5-day boot camp because I really enjoy it. Like my next upcoming course is Course Creator Blueprint. That's going to be a 5-day launch where we're going to be live every day teaching you new skills. And so for the people that are really into it, they're going to show up each of those 5 days. And then when I do those, there's always something available that's a little bit of a higher ticket offer on the back end. It's not always intended for everybody, but it's intended for the people that want that higher level package. And so I have stuff that's inexpensive, like my $47 things and, $67 things, $57 things. And then I have higher ticket things for people that want to work with me closer in my group coaching packages. And so that's what I teach my students to do is you can start with low ticket things. That's how I started, my little low ticket things. And then I graduated to having higher ticket things a few years into it where I realized, wait, I could actually create like a really transformative program that could totally help people. And that's what I've built now is I have two really big transformative programs. So yeah, so Lisa, we use those launches to get people to know you, like you, trust you. You could just end there and leave it there, or you can then present within that launch something bigger that you have available for sale. So I typically do, it's a 5 days and it's about 30 to 45 minutes each day. It just depends. If you want to do it in one day, you could do it one day, and just be really, really loud about it. So, but you got to think about your game plan of what is the back end that you're selling, what's that next level thing. So okay, so let's see. Hello gorgeous, hi friend, unicorn dream car, fabulous heart. Thanks to my friend. I know I put my new car and I put an AI on it, and I made a unicorn on top of it carrying supplies to the hurricane victims. So, okay, why are you standing versus sitting? Oh, because like sometimes I like to stand. So I got one of those desks. It's called the Fully desk. So I like to stand because I feel like it's more energy. Like if I'm sitting, I'm a little more chill. And when I stand, I'm a little more energized. So that's a good question. And it's more exercise, I think. Did you get the new car fixed? Yeah. So I bought a brand new car. Hi, friend. I bought a brand new car. And when I drove it off the lot, the car check engine light came on. I know. And then I drove onto the main road, and it was one of those roads like the median. You have to like turn around. And the cars are whizzing by me. And I'm like, this is the broken brand new car. So then I drove a little more, and then it said total system failure or something like that, like something you don't want a car to say. And I was like, oh no. So then I drove 5 minutes and finally got back to the service department, and they're like, oh gosh, we've never seen that before. And I'm like, you're telling me you've never seen that before? Well, this is my brand new car. I just bought it 5 minutes ago. Isn't that cool? He's like, oh, geez. I'm like, yeah, that's funny. And I was kind of laughing because I thought it was funny. So then I went and sat on the leather couch that they made me sit on and wait. And then a man came up to me and he was like, hello, Miss Cunningham. What brings you in today? And I was like, oh, well, I guess, yeah. So I just bought the car 5 minutes ago, and I think it's broken. It's kind of broken, brand new car. But I'm the proud owner of the broken, brand new car, which is exciting. He goes, oh, let me go see what's happening. And then he comes back. He's like, well, okay, yeah, something's wrong. We're going to have to get that fixed. Anyway, turns out a squirrel ate my car, or a unicorn. I prefer to use the unicorn as the story because that's way more fun. But a squirrel ate a tube in my car, and because he ate it, it was causing something about emissions fluid, some big fancy words, not working correctly. So they put a new tube in, and now it's good. Fingers crossed. People are like, didn't you ask for a new car? I'm like, well, I didn't want to be all crazy about it. Sure, it's just a squirrel ate the one little tube. I'm not too worried about it. Has a 6-year warranty. So yeah, the car's fixed and I'm driving around in it. And it's going to help deliver supplies to hurricane victims. So I do, sometimes I feel guilty getting something new when you're like, so many people are hurting right now. I'm like, oh my gosh. So we're going to use it to do good in the world. So, but it's a fabulous car. Devastating. See, it's just crazy. The damage. It's just so crazy. Yeah. Rats. Yeah. And I got rats in my Naples house. I just found out they're eating my cushions in my backyard. And that's also cool. That's the part when you own lots of things, you've got lots of stuff, So anyway, rats are eating my cushions, but that's fine. It's fine. They can eat the cushions. They might be hungry. All right. I'm so glad, Lisa. Lisa's in my 90-day difference program. So glad you're loving the courses, my friend. I love you. Okay, let's see. Best tips for getting posts past analysis paralysis. Yeah, and I think all of us get that, right? Say like me too, if you ever have that. Like, and I even get it sometimes where I'm like, Michelle, make a video. I'm like, I don't want to. Like, I don't make videos. I'm like, yes, you do. You've made like a million videos. Just make a video. I don't feel like making a video today. Right. And so sometimes I even get like that. And I'm like, okay, what is one step that we could take today to get us moving forward in the right direction, taking us closer to our goal? And so I focus on what is that one little thing. And I like to keep these little note cards. These are just from Target or Walmart. But I like to just write a little, like, what is my one little thing that I want to accomplish, right? And sometimes I make 6 of them for the day. What am I going to accomplish? I just keep it right on my desk here. So it's front and center. Like one of them, I have to film a YouTube video for Flowdesk. They have like this promotion going on, and they were going to send me money if I make a video, and I have to do it by, I think, today. And I'm like, okay, just find a second to film a stupid video. Just film the video and get it out. Does it have to be perfect? No. Are you perfect? I'm not. Does it matter if it's not perfect? No. Let's just film it anyway. Let's do it anyway, girl. And so that's what I remind myself. And so I think we all have that, you know. And if I'm down in the dumps, right? Not that like I get super down, but I think we're emotional creatures, right? If I'm not feeling super happy, okay, go for a run. Get out into the universe, go for a walk, go do energy stuff. Do push-ups on the ground, I do squats like this, I go up and down like this. I do any kind of movement just for like 30 minutes. It will kick you up into like, "Whoo, okay, I feel good about myself." Right? And I would say challenge yourself to try something different. You know, if you're used to getting up at 8, hey, get up at 7 and like do a 30-minute workout. Do something you haven't done where you're shaking things up and you're feeling that oh man, I'm so proud of myself for doing that. When we do something that is a small commitment we made to ourselves, when you honor small commitments to yourself, that's how we build our self-esteem and that's how we build our confidence. And so just find those small little commitments you can make and just like get into it and get after it. And so but I will say, one of my students was teaching me. She's like, "There's 3 ways that you can like get out of your own way and like get your energy back." And she's like, "Some people it's working out." I'm like, "I'm definitely that person." And other people it's journaling. Right? My son has a journal and he was writing it. I'm like, "Okay, cool, journaling." Number 3, it's art, doing things artistically or like dance. Dance could be put in the workout category. So find your thing that like fills your cup and gets you back into it, and then just get into action. But there's a lot of things we have to do. So I have to write down what's the little one thing I'm going to do today to take me closer to my goal. Especially when I'm launching a new course, but the course has like 4 courses. So I'm like, oh man, we got to do this workbook and then that workbook. And then we got to do this. Oh, we got to write that video and I got to do this pitch and I got to do that. Oh man, we got to write the sales copy. And then I need the graphics. There's 9,000 steps. So I'm like, dude, what's one step I can take to get me closer to my goal? So just always remind yourself of that. And no is a complete sentence. So sometimes it's okay to say no, right? Say no as much as you can if it's not bringing you joy or taking you closer to your goal. And the last part of that is delegate whatever you can to have someone help you in your journey. That can be so freeing. When we try to do all the mundane little things that like someone who's 12 could do, it's like, okay, dude, I don't need to be spending my time doing that. So, okay, great question. So, Kim said, I'm not a coach, but did you say you work with people that are business owners trying to grow their business? If it's not coaching related, yeah. So, we have inside of my elite program, there are lawyers. They're the number one lawyer in Arkansas. I know, she was at my beach retreat. Doctors. We had a emergency room doctor, right? She wants to get out of there and she wants to help people lose weight and do it virtually, right? There's med spa owners. There's realtors. There's mom and pop shop owners, Etsy shop owners. It's basically people who sell stuff and want to sell more of it, but they also want to monetize who they are in an automated way, right? So I've built a brand that is automated. It just makes money when I'm not working. Like I could go drive to the hurricane thing, drop off all this stuff, take all the money I made today, go buy a bunch of stuff, and I could just drop it off. And it's still making money when I'm doing all of that, right? And that's what I teach people how to do is how do we take you and make you into a brand? I truly believe, and my next book is called You Are a $1,000,000 Brand. I believe anyone's $1,000,000 brand. If you have an idea in your head and it could help people, let's take the idea in your head and get it out into the world and help people. Could be with a digital course. It could be with a book. It could be with a physical product, right? But I teach you the formula for how I sell so much that has led to over $12 million in sales using social media, which is crazy, right? So, and most of it's automated. And that's the best part is that I don't have to work all the time, you know? You're like, Michelle, you don't seem stressed. I'm like, I know, because I'm not. I mean, I guess sometimes, but like, not really, because it's automated money and like it's more stressful to go to a job, you know? So, okay. How would you set up and what would you post in a VIP customer group? So, great question. Let me just go back. This one last thing for that last question, michellelovesyou.com/blueprint. That will give you information on like how I built everything that I built and how I show you how to do it. But if you're a business owner or you're someone that's like, man, I kind of want to scale my business. I wonder what Michelle has. I have year-long coaching programs. I have one-on-one coaching packages. I have retreats that you can come to, small retreats with not that many people because it's like we get to really know each other. If you go to michellelovesyou.com/success, you can actually book a call with a member of my team and just hear more about like what they're talking about and or what we offer, and they can talk to you and find out what you're working on and see if what you're working on is a good fit for what we have. Okay. Sorry, let me go back to where I was. All right, so this was my question. Oh, where'd the question go? Oh no. Here we go. This? No, I lost the question. How do I find it? Too many other questions came in. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Sorry, Barb. How would you set up and what would you post in a VIP customer group? Okay, so depending, Barb, I'm pretty sure you're a network marketer. I have an audience of entrepreneurs and small business owners and then network marketers. But it doesn't matter what you sell. In your VIP customer group, where your customers are, that's where you're going to be really loud about your products. You're going to share about your products. You're going to share testimonials. You're going to have customers in there sharing about how much they love the products. You're going to invite people that are thinking about joining your company into there. Like if you're recruiting, if you're a network marketer. And so anything along those lines. I think the biggest thing with a VIP customer group, make sure that as people come in, you're collecting their emails so you can stay in communication with them by email. So imperative. And anything that like showcases your product, showcases outcomes, and tells stories is really going to be powerful. A lot of people just tell facts. They're like, our product has vitamin D in it. I'm like, no one cares about your vitamin D. They don't even know what that means. You know what it means, but they don't know. So when we tell a story, it's feature, benefit, hidden benefit, story. So the feature is it's vitamin D. The benefit to you when we use vitamin D, it actually gets rid of fine lines and wrinkles. The hidden benefit is you'll go to work, people will be like, dude, what have you been doing? You sleeping better? What are you using? Why you look so good? Why you look younger? What's going on with you? Right? That's like a hidden benefit. You're going to feel more like loved and wow, people adore you for you. Wow, you look so good, right? That's the hidden benefit. And then we tell a story, right? And a story could be something like, so when I started using this, I kid you not, like I went home for Thanksgiving, sitting around the fireplace, and my brother was like, dude, what'd you do to your eyes? You got Botox. I know you did. I'm like, I didn't get Botox. He's like, you got Botox. I'm like, it's this new cream on you. I got the vitamin D and just did it. And that's why I look like this. And he's like, I don't believe you. But I'm telling you, I didn't get Botox. Right. And that's actually like a true story. I used to sell my eye cream telling that story. And so the more you can tell stories, and then in the VIP group, I also went live all the time for my customers. And invited them to the live event, like a big deal. I made a big deal, promoted the live event, made sure I confirmed they were coming, reminded them to come, and then hosted the live event. So I worked like crazy to get the people to actually show up. That's a great question. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Next question. To get traction, do you suggest Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, or both? Yeah, I post on Instagram. We download it from there. You can there's different programs that remove the watermark. You can just Google it. And then we upload it to YouTube and we upload it to Facebook. So I make it on one place and then we put it everywhere. So you literally could do it like that, which is so cool. You also can use a program called Metricool. Let me just drop it in the chat for you. Metricool, you can put it in there and then it'll post everywhere. Okay, cool. I just shared it. All right. Oops, it's thinking very slowly. How are you also streaming live to YouTube? I know. I'm like a unicorn, right? So I'm using a program. Let me show you. It's called StreamYard. We're going on a field trip. All right, share screen, entire screen. Here we go. So this is the behind the scenes. So you see I'm streaming to my business page, my other business page, and my YouTube. I could also add in, if I wanted to, I could stream to my profile right now, which would be kind of fun. And I can add groups in. It's a little more challenging to add a group, but I could do that too. So that's StreamYard. And if you go to michellelovesyou.com/StreamYard, I'll just drop that in the chat for you. You can sign up for it. You get a little discount to do that. It's my affiliate link. But I love StreamYard because I can do these pretty things. I can put like up here, do it anyway, girl. I can put your sign down here, right? So cool. You love pink. See, we're best friends suddenly because we like pink, you know? If you like unicorns or pink, I like unicorns and I like pink things also. And I like being nice to everyone I meet. Okay. Christine David, what do you believe is the best way to launch? Live, recorded, free giveaway? What platform do you believe? Yeah, it's a loaded question. The best way to launch is to be really loud. So there's different ways to launch, right? But what I found is when I do it live, right? When I'm live for like a 5-day boot camp of sorts, it makes a lot of noise, right? And so that seems to perform really well. With that being said, sometimes I just sell something through email because I have 80,000 people on my email list. I could sell a lot that way. And so sometimes you see someone winning really big, but it's like the reason they're winning is they have like 1 million people on their email list. Like, so, if you have a very small email list, you'll have small results and that's okay, right? As you do more, you'll get a bigger email list. So, but we do live, sometimes, yeah. So my last live, it crushed it. We had 6,500 people register. We did it for free. So that was 6,500 new people onto my email list. We ran ads to that. So that's how we got the people, plus people on my email list and like people from social media. But a lot of it came from ads. Then from there, I did the boot camp and I said, if you want to upgrade to VIP, you can pay $47. So many people upgraded to VIP, 10% of them did. So that was 650 people upgraded to VIP. And then those people got a call with a member of my team, and some of them upgraded to either come to my beach retreat or to work with me one-on-one for the year. Some of them, they're working with me in my elite program or in my one-on-one packages. And so there's different levels, like a stair step, like all different options available. And so yeah, and the best platform to reach people on is I like to use a lot of the platforms. So email is the number one way we reach people. Really imperative to have emails and reminders and like lots and lots of email. Number two, I would say my stories on Facebook and on Instagram. We also make reels on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I might make a YouTube video about it. I usually go live on Facebook a lot about it, right? Like right now, I'm like, okay, everyone who buys 5-minute videos today, I'm donating the money from that purchase to go buy stuff for the hurricane victims so we can get caravans going. And so like, right. So I'm live saying that right now. So some people will be on my site right now. I'll drop it again for anyone that joined late. So heavy on my heart, you guys. 5minutevideos.com. Yeah. So if you snag 5minutevideos.com, that's going to teach you how to make awesome, great videos, short videos, how to put them out into the world and put them everywhere. But that we're going to use that money to donate to hurricane victims. Okay. So anyway, so there's lots of different ways to launch. And I show the formula inside my elite program of like how exactly I do it and the emails that I send. But there's probably 100 different ways that you can do it, but I like to do it live and I like to do it for free because then people who can't afford the bigger one, they got some help at the free level, which makes my heart happy. So, okay. So I think I answered that question. Okay. Let's see. I'm so happy with all the changes I see personally in my life. I'm happy I invest in myself in your 90-day difference. Yay! Awesome. When you're in my program, there's me, but then you also get your own one-on-one strategy coach. So you get to talk to them 24 times throughout the year. You get 20-minute calls and you get 2 per month. And so you can meet with your coach and get a game plan. We have a rule that no one's allowed to get stuck in our elite program. So if you're ever stuck, you just send me a Voxer. You're like, Michelle, I'm stuck. I'm like, hold on. We're here to help you. It's like crazy. Fun family. Yeah, it's a great community. Thanks for saying that, my friend. Okay. Do you think it's better to build your name before launching a program? I think it's better to build an email list, which, is associated with your name. But yeah, I tell my students that I think it's really important to start showing up on social media, helping, knowing who do you want to help, what do you want to help them with, and then make videos speaking to those people, right? And do it religiously and start building an email list. Once you have about 500 to 1,000 people on your email list, then that means like, even if you have 100, it means it's working, right? Okay, now we got 100 on our email list. Let's think about what could we sell these people based on the questions that they're asking, right? And let's see if there's a demand for it. Let's go to YouTube and analyze videos on that topic, see if they got like 1 million views. If so, it's probably a good one, right? Let's go to Amazon and look at book titles and see if there's books on that. And if it got a lot of stars, it probably means it's a really popular topic. So you want to just make sure there's a demand for it. And when you've got about 500 people on your email list, that's a great time to launch it out and sell it. Could you be creating it as you're building all of this? Absolutely. So the problem that I did, and this was my $1 million mistake, is I built an email list and I didn't know how to sell them anything. So I had 12,000 people on my email list. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't sell anything though. I just offered free advice to 12,000 people for 7 years. And the math is for every one person on your email list, it's $1 in revenue per month forever with appropriate marketing. So 12,000 people on my email list times 7 years. When you do that in a calculator times 12 months of those 7 years, it's $1 million in missed revenue, and that's sad. So anyway, good thing I'm making up for it now. But what I did, I just didn't know, And so sometimes what you don't know is costing you money, right? Like I now know, and I feel very confident to tell people like, dude, when you come into my elite program, I'm going to show you all the things you don't know that are going to massively move the needle for you. Because had I known them, I would have made a lot more money way sooner, right? But I didn't learn all of this till 2019. And then that year I made $1 million, just shy of $1 million in revenue. And the next year it went up and up and up and up, right? So anyway, great question. Okay, let's see. Next question. How would you do a self-liquidating offer? I'm trying to do a low ticket offer for a webinar so that the cost of the ticket to the webinar will pay for Facebook ads. Yeah. So Karen, my most recent launch was a self-liquidating offer. So although I did put the money up front. So we ran ads and it was free, but then people could upgrade and buy things in my funnel. And so while they were buying, it was paying for the ads, right? And then when people upgraded, it paid for all the ads. And then so everything on the back end ends up being essentially profit. I mean, I have to pay my team, but like profit from after the ads, which is kind of cool. So how to do a low ticket offer for a webinar. So the cost to the webinar will pay for Facebook ads. Yeah. So I've seen some people charge for webinars. So that's an option. When people pay to come to this really incredible training that you're doing, that's one option. You also can have them, once they've registered, there can be an upsell, right? Like, hey, I'm so glad that you grabbed ticket to the blah, blah, blah. I also have this other thing for you. So related to what they just bought or what they're going to watch, maybe there's another boot camp or a course or a book or something else that you can sell. And so I never miss an opportunity to sell, because in my mind, when we sell, we help people, right? And so if you think about selling as like, oh, wait, how else could I help them? Man, maybe you should sell them something there. So you could have an upsell after they've registered. You could have even another upsell. I sometimes on my confirmation page, I upsell something where I'm like, would you like me to mail you your workbook? Okay, cool. I can, right? Does everyone take that? No. But if a small percentage do, that can make it a self-liquidating offer. So, and I know you're in my elite program, friend. So feel free to message me if we want to talk through that some more. But yeah, it all depends on how it's structured. A really good sales page, super crystal clear, something people want. All of those things are so imperative, but it's so fun when it works. And we've always done it very successfully on our low ticket things. So we even find, because we get leads for so cheap, if it's a free item, we get leads for $1 to $4, which is pretty low, especially the volume that we do. If it's a paid thing, sometimes we got to pay a lot more to get a buyer. So I sometimes would rather get people in for free. And then from that, I can market to those people. But sometimes you have more qualified buyers when it's like a paid buyer, if that makes sense. Like if they buy something from you to start, it's like a little bit more of a qualified lead. So anyway, so yes, so just depends on how you structure that, but definitely we could charge something for the webinar or have upsells after the webinar for sure. When you first started, how long did it take for you to gain traction? Well, it just depends, because I started in 2009 as a network marketer, and I was stuck for 6 years prior to that doing nothing. I stayed in my safe corporate job from 2002 to 2009. But so when I don't know if you're talking about when I was a network marketer or a digital course creator, because it's almost two different humans. But when I was a network marketer, I've after 6 years of being stuck, I finally found a mentor. After meeting her 6 months later, everything changed. I went from 0 team members to 50 team members. I went from no free car to earning a company car. And I went from no customers to over 300 customers. I taught my team how to do that. And that's how over the next 10 years, we became a top team. I showed them how to do it. And so that journey was like a 10-year journey, right? But I was stuck for 6 years. Now, when I decided to start a YouTube channel and then launch digital courses, 2017, I had something for sale, but I didn't know how to sell it. So I was making $34 a month selling my CD, because that's all I was selling for 2017, 2018. And the first month of 2019, well, January 2019, I ran my first ad, but I was literally making $34 a month selling my CD. That's all I had available for sale. That's the only thing I'd ever think I thought I would sell. And because I couldn't think beyond that, I couldn't think of charging anything more than that. Had a lot of limiting beliefs. But in 2019, I read a book called Traffic Secrets by Russell Brunson, and that changed everything for me. I learned that when you pay for ads, if you spend $1 and you make $2, how much can you spend? And I was like, wait, if I spend $1 and make $2, it's $2, $4, $8. Oh wait, $1 million becomes $2 million, right? And I understood that the way to recycle money back into your offer to keep making money. And that's the game that I play now, is I learned how to not have to show up on social media all the time, and how I can run paid ads, and it's just literally generating revenue. So people buy my offers, they might buy this thing, this additional thing, they might see this thing over here, and then they come in, they might, oh, I want to come to the beach retreat, or I might want to come to this thing, or I want to work with Michelle in the year-long coaching program. So there's different pathways. I didn't have all that to begin with, right? In the beginning, I just had my $17 CD, right? But I made a ton of money selling a little $17 CD with a $17 upsell, which is bananas to think about how I somehow made that profitable. So anyway, so it took me like 2 years to kind of figure it out, 2017 to 2019. But once I learned it in 2019, I was like, okay, I understand this now. And that's what I teach people how to do, is how do you get your knowledge out into the world and automate it? So, okay, I must go now. I set alarms because I got to be on a meeting. All right. Anyway, that's all I got through today. Okay, so next week I'm going to be at the beach retreat. So I don't think I'm going to be live because I'll be at the beach retreat. But everyone leaves at noon on Friday. So there is a chance I could come do another Q&A, because this is so fun. and I didn't get through nearly all the questions I wanted to. All right. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I hope this was helpful. Hey, just a reminder, if you buy anything, go to 5-minute videos, or if you buy doitanyway.girl.com, doitanyway.girl.com. I'm going to show it on the screen. I have so many links to share. doitanyway.girl.com. I'll just say it, I guess. Oh, that's not it. Here it is. doitanyway.girl.com. That's my book. We are donating proceeds from any purchases that are made today. In the next few days, we are buying stuff for hurricane victims. We're 3 hours from total devastation. It's so sad here. So, well, it's not sad here. It's really sad there, but you feel the energy here. And it's caravans leaving my neighborhood. There's like U-Haul trucks everywhere. There's people dropping off drop-off locations. So it's just crazy. So anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being on. You're amazing and you're beautiful. And if you want to book a call with my team, just go to michellelovesyou.com/success. You can hop on a call with them, ask them about the programs we have available, and they can fill you in. Okay. I love you and you're pretty, and I'll see you soon. Bye, friends. Bye, friends.